friends, greetings. Welcome once again to my channel, to my podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Daisy Lekharu, and nice to be with you all once again. As you can see, I'm sitting on quite a long bench, and I wanted to talk to you from this bench. It is La Trey in Geneva. It is the longest bench so far that I know, and it is also told to be the longest bench in the world. But yes, it is the longest bench in Switzerland. It is 120 meters long, and probably there are now benches which are probably longer than this. But in Switzerland, this is the longest bench, and I'm sitting here to talk to you on a topic which is related to length. We all like tall trees, tall people. We like to be tall, and everything that is big and tall. I mean, something that we like. In terms of length, we like this long bench. We made it so long so that people can sit and accommodate. Similarly, in our lives, we all work hard all our life to have a better quality of life, so that with all the improved quality and all the improved parameters, we are able to live long. So length of this bench and the length of our lives. I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about longevity. How long do you want to live? Do you want to live long enough, but you see that you're barely surviving? Or do you want to live a good quality of life so that you can actually manage yourself, and till the last day of your life you are standing and walking and not depending on anyone else? So how do we see longevity? How long do you want to live? Even if you don't want to live long, with all the developments and improved quality of life, you will surely live longer than what our ancestors did. But even our ancestors, my own father's grandmother lived for 110 years. We were amazed. But she did live long. And then we have people across the globe in different places, from Japan to the US, where they live more than 100 years, the centenarians. I have met a group of centenarians here in Geneva, in Switzerland, and that group is growing as well. There are a lot in also Italy, France, and other parts. And recently, when I was part of the discussions around World Health Assembly, there were also discussions around how do you keep up the quality of life when we are living long and more than 100 years. So there are support groups, there are groups, there is information, there is care which is being provided to the people who are living long enough to take care of themselves. So yes, longevity is there. We live longer than we used to. We also work hard so that we live long and we live better lives and have better quality of life as well. So while we are talking about living long, we sure are not going to live just long, but also live well, live vibrantly, and also live with purpose. So what is longevity? It's not just a number that I'm living 100 years. It's not just about that number that we have achieved. It is also a state of being, the art of staying young in our cells. Our body is made of cells, and also in our mind and our spirit, to stay young, to stay long. Longevity is not about just adding years to life. It's about adding life to our years, your years, my years, our years. Modern science tells us that longevity, it is shaped by different things, by cellular health, how our cells are. Our cells are composed of mitochondria. They need to be alive, they need to be healthy. Metabolic balance, what we take inside and how we assimilate in our body. Inflammation levels, stress hormones, sleep quality, social connections, purpose. Longevity is the natural result of alignment when our inner worlds and outer world stop fighting each other. They are in perfect balance and harmony, and then help us to be living in a calm environment, in a calm, situation where our body is comfortable, and then we keep going on and on. When these are aligned, the body begins to heal, regenerate, and thrive. We thrive and we survive and we thrive and we live longer. There is a science behind staying young. People stay youthful and young, but there are also things that people do to stay healthy, to stay young. Let's talk a little about biology. Telomeres, they are the protective caps at the ends of our DNA. They shorten with stress, anger, loneliness, and chronic inflammation. But they lengthen with meditation, with gratitude, deep breathing, pranayam, meaningful relationships. Our mitochondria, which are the factories in the cells, our energy factories, they weaken when we take processed food, when we have poor sleep and emotional exhaustion. But they strengthen with movements. I always say movement is medicine. They strengthen with movement, with sunlight, hydration, and joy. That's why I say choose joy, choose happiness. The mitochondria need to be really active and alive for our longevity. We have a lot of hormones produced by our body. Hormones, especially cortisol, determine whether your body is in repair mode or in a breakdown mode. When you live in fear, your body ages soon. When you live in trust, your body heals. Longevity is not just about luck. It's daily choices that accumulate into a long, vibrant life. Let's go a little deeper. Longevity is also spiritual. People who live long, meaningful lives also share traits like they have a purpose, something that pulls them forward. They have emotional resilience. They bend, but they don't break. They never give up. They have love, not necessarily romance, but connection, belonging, community. Your soul wants to stay in a body that feels safe, loved, and purposeful. Longevity is the natural outcome of living in alignment with your truth. In Japan, I've heard about Okinawa, women live longer than anywhere else on this earth. In Sardinia in Italy, men reach 100 with astonishing vitality. In Ikaria in Greece, people forget to die. In Nicoya, Costa Rica, midlife mortality is amongst the lowest in the world. In Loma Linda, California, a faith-based community lives nearly a decade longer than the average American. These communities, they don't chase longevity. They don't say that I'm going to live long. They actually live in ways that make longevity inevitable. It's a part of their life. Researchers have defined 9 power habits, shared habits, which I'll call the Power 9, and I'll share those with you today, that explain nearly 80% of the exceptional lifespan of people who live long. These habits are simple, natural, and deeply human. Let's go a little bit into that. Number 1, move naturally. Movement is medicine. Movement is very important. The longest living people, they don't go to gyms. Their lives create movement. They walk hills, they're busy with gardening, cooking, tending animals. This gentle, continuous activity keeps inflammation low and the energy high. So movement is important. Move and do not, I said even before, our body is made of all joints. They are meant to move. They're not meant to be static. Otherwise, we would all become statues. Purpose. In Okinawa, it is called Ikigai in Japan. In Nicoya, it's Plan de Vida. A clear reason to wake up every morning adds up to 7 years to life expectancy. Purpose stabilizes hormones, reduces stress, and gives life a direction. Number 3, downshift. Downshift of what? Stress ages us faster than anything else. We all say there's stress in life. Right from a kid, right from the day you're born till you live on this planet, you always say that, oh my God, there's so much of stress. I'm finding it so difficult. So stress is a part of life, but how can we bring it down? Blue Zone residents have daily rituals to release stress. Now I'll talk to you about what is this Blue Zone. So Icarians, they take a nap, to rejuvenate their energy. Sardinians enjoy wine at sunset. There are Adventists who pray. Okinawans honor the ancestors. They talk to the ancestors, they pray to them, but they honor them. They have special rituals that they spend with them. These rituals calm inflammation, which is the root of most of the chronic diseases. Now, there's also this 80% rule, which is followed, which is again the fourth element, 80% rule. I follow it now. I learned about it some time ago, but it's very important to follow. It really helps. And I can tell you from my own life, Okinawans practice hara hachibu, which means stop eating when you're 80% full. When you feel like, I need another help, I need another, full plates to eat, that's the time you should stop. This simple habit protects metabolic health and prevents overeating. Then, number 5, a plant slants diet. Across all these zones where the people live long, which are called the blue zones, the diets are 95% plant-based. Beans, lentils, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts. Meat is eaten rarely, sometimes a few times, maybe in a month, but meals are mostly eaten slow, shared, and joyfully eaten. Be happy, be grateful when you're eating of food. Take your time to eat because you work hard for that, meal that you want to eat, for that good health that you want to have. To spend some time with your food and taste your food well while you're eating. Belonging is another point. There are gatherings, community rituals, shared celebrations. These all add up to years of our life expectancy. Loved ones first. Now, centenarians have also invested deeply in family, in relations. They keep aging parents close. They nurture children. They maintain lifelong partnerships. This emotional stability reduces stress and increases resilience. This is something that has been found and seen in these populations which have lived long. In Okinawa, there are my groups, lifelong circles of friends. They support each other emotionally and financially also whenever they can. So your social circle shapes your habits and your lifespan. These are some of the important elements which are so important. Let's talk about one of the islands where I mentioned, Ikaria. It's an island where it says people forget to die. Let's pause in Ikaria, a place where longevity feels just effortless. Here people live without rush. They wake without alarms. By the way, I have stopped using an alarm many years ago. You have to set up your biological clock to tell yourself that this is the time I get up in the morning, and you actually just wake up. So they do not use alarms to wake up. They eat fresh food grown on their land. They walk steep hills daily. They try to walk, they move, they laugh often. They nap when they feel like it. When they feel they need rest, they take a nap. They drink herbal teas made from wild plants. Their secret is very, very simple: no stress, no excess. A life lived in rhythm with nature, community, and joy. So, how can you bring these secrets into your own life? Here is a simple daily ritual that I can say, but one thing that I can say is breathing exercises, pranayama, movement are really critical, and they really help you in bringing your better quality of your life. I will be covering about pranayama and breathing exercises in one of my upcoming podcasts. But I also started doing pranayama, which is a lot of breathing exercises, which has helped me in improving my lung health and cardiovascular health as well, along with other exercises. But here is a very, very simple ritual which you can do, and it has been inspired by the world's longest living people. Take 3 deep breaths. Take 3 deep breaths. 3 minutes of sunlight. Sunlight is very important. 3 minutes of gratitude. 3 minutes of movement. 3 minutes of silence. Do these rituals every day. 15 minutes a day. When you do these rituals, you can change your biological age. Longevity is not a destination. It is a practice. It is a relationship with your body, your mind, and your soul. So, we've talked about sitting on this longest bench in Switzerland and probably the world, and maybe some other is going to be a bigger contender. But till then, we all aspire to have good quality of life, but we also want to live long to see our children. We have so many wishes. Our children grow up, our grandchildren, and etc., etc., etc. So let's make this a healthy practice, to do some healthy practices and include them in our lives to improve the quality of our life. And yes, I wish you all happy long life and happy and healthy lives. Stay happy, choose happiness, keep moving, do your exercises, but include breathing exercises as well. Develop healthy eating habits, healthy eating food habits. Develop your good relations, maintain them. Try to have more strength in your mind through practices like meditation, mindfulness, which I've talked about, so that you can take care of your moments when you have feelings like anger and others, so that you can reject those feelings and choose the better ones which make you feel happier and healthier and help you to live longer. So just like this 120-meter long bench that has held its place for centuries, longevity is not about speed, it's about consistency, it's about renewal, and it's about the quiet strength of showing up every day. So show up to yourselves every day with all the good things, and look at yourself in the best version that you would like to see, and bring that back every day. And I wish you a beautiful life and a beautiful and healthy life. And thank you so much once again for connecting. And I will see you soon in another podcast, in another discussion. Do share your thoughts, your feelings, and let me know if you have made any new changes or tried to inculcate some newer habits into your daily schedule. I will keep sharing with you mine as well. I start my day with meditation and exercises. I do pranayama, which has really helped me. I had asthma, but my breathing exercises have helped. Of course, you have to take care of the triggers that help you in reducing your stress and other triggers to not go into that zone where you are becoming breathless. But it is very important to have good food habits, good sleep habits. Sleep is very important. We will talk about sleep how it is important in our lives. We are sometimes busy working too much that we do not give us enough time to sleep. But it is very important to keep our body alive, our cells active, our mitochondria active, so that we have good health, good immunity to help us lead better and healthy lives. So thank you so much. I will see you soon. Thank you once again. God bless you all. I will just take you around this place to show you the longest bench. And then there is a whole promenade of chestnut trees here, which have been here for a long time. Throughout the seasons, they show you their different colors, and it's really beautiful to see the change across the year. But I will give you a feel of this place, which is in the old city and of Geneva. There is a huge wall on this side, which is quite historically, and a park downstairs, which I will show you, Parc des Bastions, which is also quite historical and played a great role when Switzerland actually got independence, and they had this participate in this long fight. I will show you and take you down memory lane during that through that place as well. But thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Enjoy the video and the walk along this promenade, which I will just show it to you. Thank you.